When my friend told me that they were hosting an anime-themed debate and boxing match in one, I was like, no way this is real. Like, this is not a thing. But then it was, and they were like, hey Martin, come over, take some photos if you want, do whatever you want. So I did. I ended up brought my Nikon Z8. I took a few of my lenses and I learned a lot about how to shoot boxing. Like, I had to learn a lot real fast because it was a wild situation. Anyway, so in this video, I'm gonna show you what I have learned, what I've messed up on, and also what I would do differently next time if I get to shoot another debate / boxing match, or I guess just boxing match in general. So what's up everyone, my name is Martin Wong and I'm a photographer here in Los Angeles, California. I've been shooting photography for over 20 years and I actually have never shot a boxing fight before. I mean, I've shot many sports events before, but boxing match, I don't think I actually shot one because like, you don't usually get to go to boxing matches, and also like, they don't really let you go in there unless, I'm, a press or journalist. So that's a kind of uncommon situation here, but I finally got the chance. So I was at this event that was run by Anime IRL, a group that's, with my friends, Steven, Chris, Danny, and Nick, great people, huge creators, and they decided to host this event. It is a chaotic event, but it was super fun, like one of the most fun I ever shot. So first, let's talk about gear. I brought my Nikon Z8. It is 45 megapixel, super fast, super reliable. And then for lens-wise, I brought multiple lenses. But the favorite, the MVP, 35 f1.2, and I'll tell you why in just a second. But it let me shoot wide, but I could still crop in because again, Nikon Z8, 45 megapixel. I also did try to use the Viltrox 135 for some longer shots, like more unique style shots, because I think no one else would have bring a long lens like that, and I figured out why later. It gave me a bunch of variety, but because I was standing by the ringside, it actually didn't work out too well because most of the time, the shots were way too close. Like I'm too tight, I'm too close to the fighters, I just couldn't get a lot of good shot with it. And now let's talk about everything that went wrong. Number one, the fighters cover their face like all the time. Like they're doing this with their arms, which, makes a lot of sense because they are boxing, which is, totally normal. But to get those emotion on their face, their eyes, it was like very difficult and not so great for portraits, but it is boxing. Number two, the best actions are actually happening when they're back all the way into the ropes, like they have nowhere else to go and they're forced to fight. That's when they really go at it, but they're like so close to the rope and very close to me. So all my long lenses on my telephoto lens are basically useless. I have to end up switching to wide lens. Number three, the referee also keep walking into my frame and I don't know why. Like they could be on the outer side, but for some reason they always in front of me. Like no hate to them, they're doing their job, but I mean, I have to move around. I have to feel like I'm on the field as well too, just to get some better angle and get some better shots. And number four, the floor shake. And then everything that touched the floor also shake, like the rope, the mats. So I can't touch any of those because if I do, I'm gonna shake my shots and then everything will look blurry all the way. And lastly, number five, this is the biggest issue I had the whole night. They have some LED lights that at that venue, for some reason, they're causing some crazy light banding. Like I'm getting a zebra stripe in all my photos, at least in the beginning. I mean, I even upgraded my Nikon firmware to the Neo 3.0, so there's more like flicker reduction settings, but they didn't really do much. So I have to play with the setting for a long time just to get something that can work. At the end, it still look kind of funky, but it kind of still work, okay? But let's talk about also what else I've done to adapt to all this problem, okay? So first, I switched from my long telephoto lens, like my 135, all the way down to 35. Like I tried the 85, I tried the 50, and at the end, I'm using 35. Like that's the best lens to use. I shot raw the whole time, so then I can recover more from the photos in case they're overexposed or underexposed. And finally, for my setting, I was using ISO 10,000. Shutter speed was 5,000 of a second, and aperture is somewhere between f1.2 and f1.8. I also turn on the auto ISO, just so then if I'm at some angle where the lights are too bright or too dark, it wouldn't be a problem because my camera will adjust to it. At 5,000 per second, I'm fast enough to freeze all the punches. The picture do get a bit noisy, but it is worth it. In the end, I shot about 700 photos and I was able to get about 150 photos I really like, which is not too bad, you know, especially for such a chaotic, crazy event. And, you know, I learned a few things about how to shoot boxing matches. Oh, here's one more thing. Because they're boxing, they don't have to look like perfect. They don't have to look like, you know, magazine cover kind of style. Like, they can be grainy, they can be gritty, raw, like, you know, all the sweat just everywhere. Like, it was great. I didn't really do any retouch at all. I batch edit like all the photos that I like, and they turn out amazing. Now, let's talk about the most ridiculous part. One of the fights were between two girls, a good friend of mine, Julia Stunt and Stella Chu. They were doing great boxing and debates in the beginning, but then they swap it out at the end where they pull out two anime body pillow of the character they were defending in the debate, and then they end up having this awesome pillow fight. It was actually kind of funny. I also did get some good shot of them just getting whacked in the face with the pillows, so that was a good bit. So that was awesome. And also, some of my friends were ring girls. They show up in really cool anime bunny girl outfits, and that's like more like the character of anime, which are really fun, and you know, that's awesome as well. Overall, it was chaotic, you know, which I love. There are a few things I did learn from this event, and there are a few things that I think I would do differently next time. So for example, number one, I would pick my angles early, so I don't move around too much. Knowing where I'll be shooting actually make a huge difference. And number two, I would test for the flicker in advance, like see what the LED light they have there, because the one they have there were brutal and I freaking hate it. And number three, I should have changed lens like earlier because I need to figure out what works. But again, I didn't know what works in the beginning. It was my first time. So I think the next time, maybe a 35 and maybe just an 85, those should be just a two lens. Maybe I have two camera body, so I can swap it. So it'll be easier for me to shoot, especially since I have two Nikon Z8. I could have just done that. But you know, you live and learn. Overall, this is like one of the most fun, weird, creatively challenge shoots that I've done in a recent time. And lastly, again, thanks Anime IRL, like you guys did an amazing job, and I know this is a crazy thing to plan. I remember like when you guys first told me about this a few months ago, I was like, this is crazy. I don't think you'll ever pull it off, but you did. And I get to see my friends, I get to, you know, have some free pizza. Pizza was great. I got some free drinks, so thanks for that too. And overall, it was so much fun. So thank you again for having me. And if you want to see more BTS content like this, or you know, want to learn about my chaotic events that I shoot and also all kind of crazy stuff, just you know, hit the subscribe button. And also don't forget to drop a comment to let me know what else you want to see in my videos. And until then, have a good one. Bye.